Hello everyone, I'm welcome to yet another awesome video about cryptocurrency. And today I want to educate us a bit, when it comes to, what everybody is using to, you know, when people talk about stable coins. Okay, sorry for the way I'm trying to explain this or trying to start this video. Most times, videos I do are not scripted, so I'm not reading from anything. I'm just sharing with you guys from my wealth of knowledge about cryptocurrency and even fiat currency. Okay, a lot of people complain about the volatility of the cryptocurrencies market, of the cryptocurrencies in general. Okay, Bitcoin fluctuates, Ethereum fluctuates, Litecoin fluctuates, the TBC token fluctuates, and you know the way they talk about it, they talk about it as if it's a bad thing. It's not really a bad thing per se, because when you look at fiat currency, or let's look at even stable coins, because that's where people come in. They start talking about stable coins. Okay, stable coins have their own issues, and what is that? They suffer from inflation. Okay, they suffer from inflation. A bag of rice, let's use the naira for example. A bag of rice some 2 Christmas ago was 10,000 naira for a bag of rice. Now a bag of rice, cap rice, is about 30,000. Some selling for 25,000. Some bag of rice selling for 20 naira. Full bag of rice, 20,000 naira. Okay, that's inflation for you. Meaning that what you were buying before, you can no longer use the same amount of money to buy it, which means that your currency that you're holding, the money in your pocket, has devalued. Okay, so what you are seeing in the cryptocurrency space is, yes, volatility, fluctuation happening through transactions happening. Okay, but your stable coin or fiat currency that you see as stable is not really stable. That's why some years back our parents spent 100 naira to pay for school fees. Right now we're spending hundreds of thousands to pay for school fees. Okay, what happened? Is this not the same naira again? Yes, it's the same naira, but what happened? Inflation. Okay, so when you go and you know place or back your cryptocurrency with government securities or a particular currency, or you pick it against gold, it does not mean that it does not lose value, because gold in itself also fluctuates. Okay, so anything, even if it's pegged to gold, is not actually a stable coin. Anything pegged to gold is not stable coin per se. Okay, it's not stable coin because it fluctuates. Today is what this, today is what that. Why? It's because of what is happening in the market. Okay, so for most of you guys who are novice in the cryptocurrency space, do not be moved. Do not be easily moved when you hear people trying to make stable coins look like that they are the most wonderful projects. No, even the global powers that be understand that stable coins are a challenge to fiat currencies. And that is why they are all trying to create their own central bank digital currencies in order to counter the stable coins. That's why Libra is still struggling to get launched or get approval, because it's a stable currency, and it becomes a challenge when a cryptocurrency is a stable currency, is a stable coin, and is not controlled by the governments that be. It's not controlled by any central bank. That's a challenge to them, because it can easily be an alternative to their fiat currency. People can easily dump the fiat currency and take on stable coins. But stable coins are not free of fluctuation. They are not free of devaluation. They lose value every time. They lose every time based on what happens in the economy. And when things happen in the economy, you cannot be able to use, even if it's one USD data, to get the same amount of product you got before. That's simple fact. Why? Because it's pegged to the dollar. So whatever happens to the dollar happens to the USD Theta. But the price of USD Theta will always remain $1 or approximately $1. I get what I'm saying. But it does not mean that tomorrow, that if the price of buying a bag of rice rises to $10, that the USD Theta will not feel the same. It will still be same because it's already been affected by inflation, and inflation makes a currency lose its value. It makes it depreciate. Okay, so don't be misled by people trying to, or misled by people trying to tell you about stable coins without telling you everything about stable coins. Stable coins are not perfect. So is any cryptocurrency that is not a stable coin. They are not perfect. Okay, because each are manipulated, each not manipulated, but each are affected by demand and supply. Okay, by demand and supply. Each are affected, both affected by demand and supply. It's just that how the others, how they tend to, deal with the stress in the economy or the economic indices out there is that market cryptocurrencies that are not stable coins deal with it based on the price fluctuation or the price volatility of what happens in the market. While stable coins deals with it by losing value, but $1 still remains $1, but $1 cannot buy you what $1 used to buy before. I don't know if this is clear, but if it's not clear to you, you can ask questions. I just want to do this video just to clear this up because I see a lot of people, being a part of the TBC community. One thing I've always seen is that people tend to use their novice knowledge about cryptocurrency to try to sell things to people, and by doing that, those people think they are entering to save heavens. That's not so. Okay, because they are not telling you everything, and along the line, you see it for yourself. Okay, so stable coin here, stable coin there does not mean that you are free from inflation. Inflation happens whether you're a stable coin or whether you're a fiat currency. It will always devalue devalue what the currency can get for you. But it will still remain $1. But $1 can no longer buy $1 what $1 used to buy. Okay, one theta can no longer buy what one theta can used to buy. That's a fact. Okay, that's a fact. Price wise, no problem. What it can get for you, that's what the problem is. But market driven coins deal with inflation by its price volatility, because at the end they are still the same thing. Okay, for example, let's say the price of TMT, that is TBC Matoku. Let's say that when it's above $1, you can, when you want to spend it to buy a $1 product, you'll probably be spending about point something TMT to buy the item. But when the price of TMT drops below the price of $1, you find out that you're spending more TMT to be able to pay for the same item. I get what I'm saying. So it's same thing with the USD Theta, for example. If USD Theta you used it to buy a bag of rice last year, and this year you want to use the same amount of USD Theta to buy a bag of rice, at the end of it, or you find out that you use a higher number of USD Theta to buy the same bag of rice we were able to buy last year with a smaller amount of USD Theta. That's the fact. They are all the same thing. The only thing is that this one is stable coin in the sense that the price does not shift, while this one the price shifts. But the bottom line is that they all function the same way. Okay, this one deals with inflation by price volatility. This one deals with inflation by losing value. Okay, so I believe this is clear. If this is not clear enough for you, chat me up. I'm on WhatsApp and on Telegram. Chat me up with my number. My number is in the description below, and I will still educate you guys about this so that you guys understand this and not be misled by people trying to make things too complicated and start using terms like stable coins and the rest of them. Okay, so guys, that's it for this video. Till I see you guys next time. Take care. Bye for now.